Gayatri Vasudevan's journey began over 30 years ago. With a background in gender and labor issues, she spent nearly a decade at the International Labour Organization before deciding to start something new. In 2006, she founded LabourNet with the goal of enabling livelihoods for the informal sector through vocational training and job placements. As of 2025, LabourNet has trained over 1.3 million individuals across various vocations and sectors. In spite of the years of experience behind her, the journey that has now reached scale didn't go as smoothly as she had hoped. You're listening to Fail Loud, a series that draws insights from failures in the development sector, brought to you by Selco Foundation's Impact Failure platform. In this episode, we extract the challenges and course corrections that LabourNet underwent in the journey to inch closer to its vision of enabling livelihoods. As learned through Gayatri Vasudevan's address at Impact Failure Conclave 2018.
In 2007, when I decided, I thought, why should I not do execution? Why should I only be in policy? Without realizing what this meant. So which means not sufficient analysis, not sufficient research, etc. came in. Said, why don't we look at LabourNet as a concept? Looked very nice. It's very doable. I said, how complicated can it be? And it came from arrogance, youth, whatever you want to call, right? I said, I've handled 40 million US dollars. How difficult can it be to do this? What I didn't realize is 40 million was not my money.
The first instance that Gayatri recounts happened within 2 years of starting LabourNet, where they were facing serious financial challenges with only 2 lakh rupees left in the bank.
We had to pay salaries. It was not working. We knew we were failures. The model looked nice on paper, just was not working. I think that was the first point in 2009. You had to swallow your ego and say, boss, I don't know how to do it. Please get somebody who knows how to do it. How do you run an organization tomorrow to reach your objective?
It was a wake-up call that made her rethink the approach about how they were going to get to their goal and what needed to be done in order to achieve it. She highlights 3 key learnings from their course corrections along the way.
And I think my biggest lesson is you don't need clones. You need people with diverse skills. If the objective you want is enabling livelihood, it is not about people like you having your own thought process, your own objective. To reach your objective, what is the diverse team which you need and what do they need from you for the organization to survive? Second is model is unimportant. What you started with is not important. What you want to get to, the vision is important. The objective is important. So for us at that time, we thought information asymmetry was the issue. It is not information asymmetry. It is the way in which information is consumed. It is training which is important. The third thing that I'd like to, I often am very fascinated about is, oftentimes the mission in development organizations is about the individual. That is where cults are formed. I think we have to get out of the cult and build organizations.
The second instance she recounts happens 10 years later, around 2018, when LabourNet had reached a 40% success rate. LabourNet realized that just training people for full-time wage employment wasn't sufficient. They needed to create a broader ecosystem for livelihoods in order to succeed in their mission. So they decided to explore micro-entrepreneurship to help build agency and ability in individuals to take charge of their own livelihoods. Initially, LabourNet thought that this would be a quick fix that could solve all problems, but it took them 2.5 years for one tailoring unit to break even.
It requires time, patience, and again, one part of the organization may work, but what part didn't work? Arrogance to say that because we knew how to run a training center profitably, did you know how to ensure you can incubate a micro-entrepreneur profitably? It's not the same lessons, it's a different set of lessons which is. You don't abandon it, but you have to go with it from another angle.
Today, Gayatri continues to lead LabourNet while also continuing to learn and adapt to the needs of changing circumstances. Her reflections teach us that while challenges are part of the journey, analyzing the root causes of it can lead to valuable insights and growth that can bring us closer to our missions. Selco Foundation invites individuals and organizations to come forward and share their impact failure stories and to fail loud.